Welcome back to OGC News TV, and today we're going to first look at Sergio Aguero's father making Arsenal and Chelsea transfer claim after sealing Barcelona transfer, and then we're going to look at Arsenal holding talks with transfer chief Luis Campos over sporting director role. So the first transfer headline states that Sergio Aguero's father makes Arsenal and Chelsea transfer claim after sealing Barcelona transfer. So the reports are stating that the former Manchester City forward could have been plying his trade at either Stamford Bridge or the Emirates Stadium had he not elected for Barcelona, according to the player's father. Sergio Aguero's father has revealed that both Chelsea and Arsenal were interested in signing the striker before he joined Barcelona this week. The Argentine frontman left Manchester City at the end of the 2020-2021 season after a decade of service at the Etihad Stadium. Links with the Catalan Giants emerged following the announcement of his decision to leave the club, while Thomas Tuchel's Blues also being talked up as potential surprise suitors. Aguero's father, Lionel, has revealed the Blues, alongside the Gunners, actually were interested in acquiring his services and were only denied by his move to Barcelona at the pivotal moments. Talking to Radio Le Red, Aguero Sr. said he is happy right now after signing for Barcelona. I see him happy. He didn't know what was going to happen with his future. There were several clubs interested in him. Arsenal were interested in him and Chelsea to the last minute. If he didn't stay in England, it was going to be Italy or Spain. He's been friends with Lionel Messi since they were 15 and they have always talked. It looks like Messi is going to stay at Barcelona, so they are going to play together. Missing out on Sergio Aguero will have been a huge blow for Tuchel as he aims to bolster his attacking options. The reigning European champions have been linked with a number of strikers ahead of next season, including Inter Milan's Romelu Lukaku. However, the former Manchester United man has confirmed that he is going to remain in Italy. He said, "Yes, I am staying. I've already had contact with the man who normally becomes our manager. Maybe I shouldn't say that yet, but it was a very positive conversation." So it looks like Sergio Aguero's father has made an Arsenal and Chelsea transfer claim after sealing Barcelona transfer. So it looks like Mikel Arteta's Arsenal and Edu were interested in signing Sergio Aguero after he had left Manchester City after a decade of service to Manchester City, and unfortunately wasn't able to have the sweetest ending by winning the Champions League. But in terms of Sergio Aguero, he is someone that is very prolific. He's always going to remain a legend of this Premier League and an absolute legend for Manchester City on the way he has transformed the club to where it was when he joined to where it is right now. So in terms of Sergio Aguero, he could have been that Alexandre Lacazette replacement. Mikel Arteta is looking for players that could score goals, but since we still have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I think the interest wasn't as strong as other players that have been linked with. But Sergio Aguero is seen as an alternative to maybe Alexandre Lacazette, who looks likely to leave, or maybe a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang who could leave the Gunners as well after signing that bumper contract and having that bad season that he did where we finished 8th this season. But now moving into the next season, we'll have to wait and see how the striking department looks for Arsenal. But this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Arsenal hold talks with transfer chief Luis Campos over sporting director role. So the reports are stating that Luis Campos has held talks with both Arsenal and Real Madrid over his next venture after leaving Lille last December. Also have held talks with Luis Campos about the prospect of taking over as sporting director at the Emirates Stadium. The Gunners are looking to follow in the footsteps of North London rivals Tottenham, who look set to bring in former Juventus chief Fabio Patrici to support Antonio Conte. Technical director Edu is keen to strengthen the club's off-field structure, and Campos could take charge of the club's recruitment. The Gunners haven't had much success in the transfer market in recent years, and Edu wants to rectify the club's mistakes moving forward in order to close the gap on the top 4. Campos previously worked as a scout for Real Madrid during the 2012-13 season. After over a decade in management in Portugal, he then moved to Monaco as a director, where he really uncharted his reputation as one of the best operators in football. Monaco overturned mega profits from transfers after Campos helped execute the signings of Radamel Falcao, João Moutinho, James Rodriguez, Fabinho, Anthony Martial, Ricardo Carvalho, Bernardo Silva, Timo Bakayoko, Jeffrey Kondogbia and Thomas Lemar. Shortly after his departure, Monaco went on to win the Ligue 1 title and also reached the semi-finals of the Champions League. The squad was largely made up of players that Campos brought to the club before the Vultures picked Monaco apart. The likes of Fabinho, Bernardo Silva and Bakayoko all learned big money moves to the Premier League. According to RMC Sports, Arsenal have held talks with Campos about joining the club this summer. They are not only the interested party though, with Real Madrid also keen on bringing him back to Madrid. Separate reports in France claim that Campos is close to joining Nice, who are set to embark on a new ambitious project. Campos has been without a job since he stepped down at Lille in December after 3 years at the club. Like Monaco, they too soared to the Ligue 1 title with a host of players recruited by Campos. The 56-year-old ensured Lille received huge fees for both Nicolas Pepe, £72 million, and Victor Osimhen, £60 million in the past 2 summers. That money was then reinvested wisely on the likes of Jonathan David, Youssef Yassici and Sven Botman. Arsenal struggled to recoup funds for the deadwood in their squad and have been previously guilty of letting players run down their contracts. It's an area of expertise for Campos, who also thrives in recruiting high-quality talents at a low cost. Campos is yet to make a decision on his future, but he looks set to return to football next season. So it looks like Arsenal have held talks with transfer chief Luis Campos of a sporting director role. And it looks like Luis Campos, who has left Lille last December, is looking for a new club to carry on his venture. And in terms of Luis Campos, I think he would be someone that could make this football club much better to where it is right now and pretty much save the Cronkies at the moment who are not willing to spend the money on the football club. And he could recruit young talent and turn them into big money players, into big players, and even hopefully take this football club to a title winning squad as he done with both Lille and Monaco, where they were struggling but now they won titles respectively. So you have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video and peace.